Okay, third time's a charm. You know what I miss? I miss that outrage. The outrage we had to deal with for 4 years straight. Non-stop hard body, son. And it's funny that it's all gone. Because I'm like, where is it? Because we knew what was going to go down once it went down. Without getting too specific, because last time I spoke on that, or did a video on it, it was taken down. So I'm gonna have to be a bit vague here. Okay, I'll say selection. When it came to the results of the selection, we knew what the path was from there. So this was an opportunity, which I said, okay, this is good, because we know what's going to happen a few months down the line. So in between that time, before that time comes, there's the awakening's going to happen. It's happening anyway, but my focus is on the very people who were loud and proud before, who are quiet today. Now I have a theory as to why that is, but I'm gonna mention that a little later. So yeah, why are they quiet now? Because I'm here thinking, all right, it's going down. They got who they think they got who they wanted. So we warned them about what would happen if they got who they wanted. So now it's perfect opportunity for them to see. Because you know how the saying goes, if you don't listen, you feel. This is their time to feel. And they're feeling it, but they're not saying anything. They're complaining, but they're not shifting blame to anyone. It was easy when the news told you who, when your celebrities told you who, it was easy. But now that you know who, there's no news is telling you it's this person's fault. You can see it for yourself. You see the night and day difference between what we had for 4 years and what happened in a few months. We see it. So there's nothing the news can say can skew what you're feeling. You're seeing it yourself, right? And with that, even when you look at the news and they're defending it or they're hush-hush about it, none of you are questioning, like, why are they talking about this? Perfect example is when the redhead press secretary straight up said that the experiment was FDA approved. To our faces, to the reporters in the room, that it was approved, which is in fact a lie. It's not approved at all. No questions asked. No articles like bombarding her and stuff like that, like they did McKinney and all that, like, or McEnany, whatever her name is. They did. Yo, where's that energy, son? Nobody's keeping the same energy. Isn't that interesting? So my thing is, like, a lot of these people I know, you know, some I do know, some, you know, are acquaintances, some I've seen their opinions and things, you know, because I get the will to fight for justice and things like that. So even if they fall for the propaganda that they got, right? Even if they fell for that between 2016 and 2020, right? I know outside of that, they all have a good heart. They want they want to do the right thing and make sure justice is served and things are running properly, as anyone would, or as majority of us would. But what's keeping you from saying the same things you're saying about him now? And it's even worse. It's more blatant now, and more truths are coming out now. as we said it would. But you're hush hush. Nobody said, like, I could scroll. I remember, like, if you remember my walk away video and the videos after that, I remember I could not help scroll every two articles or every two posts on like a Facebook or Insta or Twitter. There's something anti-Trump there. I'm here thinking, okay, remember what I warned you about? Remember what I said? This dude, you know where the crime bill was. We know why our people are in the position they're in now. It's because of him, but you still want to vote for him because of your fear and hate for the orange man. Fine, but I hope you at least keep this dude's feet to the fire. Not happening, right? We got BLM actually doing that for like 2 days and it was cut. We're not hearing that anymore. So what's up? Where is it? So my only conclusion for that is it's shame. It's shame with that and with the pandemic. Because remember, these are the same people who are the mass Nazis. Right? Because it's about their health. It's because they fell for it. I'm not here because they're evil. I'm not saying mass Nazis because I think they're evil. Some of them are, but I'm saying majority, they're just scared and they're falling for it. So we know not all of them are bad people. But when the truth comes out, where are those, where's that fire? Where's that rage? Where's the outrage? Where's the plethora of posts saying this dude's been lying, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I told you this dude was a descendant of a slave owner. Both of them, Harris and the Biobot, both are. With proof. Look it up yourself. Not hard. What did they do during their times as politicians? Lock us up. One of them wanted to keep us locked up after she locked us up. Right? A couple of them died on death row because she zero fucks about us. So what up? What's going on? Why are you quiet, yo? I missed that out, yo. None of you could keep the same energy. So it's got to be shame. There's no other explanation. You've been pushing, you've been complaining, injustice this, injustice that, believing the bullshit from the news. Fine. You're seeing the news as lying and still seeing the bullshit from the same people who were complaining about the bullshit. Why aren't you holding their feet to the fire? Do you know these people? Is it so wrong to see that somebody lied to you and you turn around and be like, you're a liar? You said this, you didn't do this. They voted you in, you didn't do this. Look, you have to pay. I'm not getting that. I'm not seeing that. Once in a while, you get a trend that lasts for like half the day, or you see like 2 tweets that says, "Oh, I want my vote back," blah blah blah. That's nothing. That's nothing compared. This is supposed to be about justice. This is our lives. So you wait until the news says it, when we've been saying this before the news said it, because remember what they were labeling us. Far-right conspiracists, Nazis, and if you're black, coons, all this stuff. That, remember, but what we were saying is coming true and has been coming true since day one. But you wouldn't acknowledge it when we say, remember this post? You could line up posts. You could scroll through my shit. I'll have the date from before, all the comments. Fast forward to today. Remember when I said this? 0 likes, 0 nothing. I'm like, yeah, shame. Because that's not why I'm doing it. I just want you to do what I was doing at this point. You don't have to thank me. You don't have to be like, you're right. I don't give a fuck. That's not what this is about. I just want to see you do the same thing. We should be fighting for this. But you're not. Isn't that interesting? Like maybe, outside of mind control, that's all I got. It's just a shame. Right? Because they would get mad at you when you have pictures or go somewhere without a muzzle on, talk shit about you, And they have it all in while they're in their car alone with the selfies, alone in their car or outside. And you've seen the memes, you've seen the videos where people doing it in outrageous places. On a motorcycle, no helmet, but you have the mask. Swimming with a mask. Now, kissing with a mask. Making masks that has an opening thing like that makes zero sense, son. I get in trouble for making fun of that. I guess that's why you have the shame, because people like me were making fun of it because it made zero sense. Look at the statistics now. Look at what happened now. Now that Mr. Fauci there got tripped up in his lie. Isn't it funny? Day after, lockdowns are like, oh no, don't worry about that anymore. Masks, oh no, we're good. You don't have to do that anymore. After you got tripped up? After he got tripped up by Rand Paul? What? And now this one, the BioBot, wants to save face by saying he's going to look into where your origins. We've been saying what the origins were. We've been saying, remember I don't remember her name, but the Asian chick that showed up on Tucker. She was disappeared after she said what caused it. Now you're going to come up as a hero? Of course you would. Because they're the ones that's giving you, they're your puppeteers. The CCP, they're your puppeteers. So of course you're gonna act like, oh, to save face and look like, oh no, I was concerned. Okay, yeah, the same guy who, after getting the experiment, still had on the muzzle in every interview. You're in Skype calls wearing the shit and want to say it's about optics. Make that make sense? Huh? How's that supposed to help? Like, if this was legit, how is forcing itself supposed to help or convince people to take it? Clearly, you're pushing something, and history has proven it. The worst part is history. Back in the day, people were fooled. There was no one to say anything. If those people said anything, it barely made it out to the public. It barely made it out. Right? So they hasn't had an excuse to end up with the leader in the 40s, World War II, all that Holocaust, they were fooled. Civilizations in the past that ended up with people like that were fooled into it, right? In China, all that. But in the age of information today, when it's not strangers, it's not just strangers telling you this, it's people you know personally, good friends, family, shit like that. But when we're saying it and we have the shit to back it up, you want to unfriend and shit like that and be like, and turn us into outcasts. At this point, are you fools or willfully ignorant? That's what it is at this point. And now, if anything goes wrong, you can't blame us. You could only blame yourselves. Because this makes zero sense, yo. They will play songs. They will play music. They will talk about it. You look at their posts out. Let's go outside. Let's go outside of politics real quick. That's all they talk about. The theme is normally keeping the same energy, yo. When they're talking about, especially relationships and shit like that, they can keep the same energy. But when it comes to our livelihoods, our freedoms, you can't do it. Why? Because of shame. That's what shame's supposed to help you. Shame's supposed to knock you. Like, oh shoot, you know what? Yeah, I guess you're right. And let's lock arms and do this. But no, that's not happening. So what happened? Isn't it funny? And well, yeah, I'm gonna end it there. And if you have any other theory apart from shame, yeah, you let me know, right? And yeah, I already know what's going on. Like I said in the beginning, I know about 17 and the white hats and all that stuff. So, because I've been saying that too. And they've been laughing. I'm like, well, we'll see, because I'm not like you guys. I could be dead wrong, and I'll be like, you know what? I guess they got me. And I'm known for that. So I ain't worried about that. I'm hoping for the best, expect the worst, but faithful at the same time. Because you can't take anything at face value, but you can always look at what's the saying, forest for the trees? as you can see, it's right in front of you. You know, you see what's going on. You're seeing the fake fading through this shit. You know, the trip up. The fact no one helps him when no one's holding the umbrella for him when he's walking up the stairs. There's nobody. A plane that's blowing out black smoke. Secret Service wearing like jeans and shit, and looking like they have cowboy boots. Like, that's Secret Service. Since when? Since when? People cutting in and out of the inauguration, and the weather being different compared to what people said that were there, who lived there, and compared to what we saw on the screen. So, you know, I go by evidence. I go by what we see. They don't. So they're surprised when the things come out. They want to be like, oh, what? Really? I've been telling you this, but you've been shitting on me. What? Y'all weren't like this. I said this in a video before. Like, yo, there was a time, like, especially like black people are known for being conspiracy theorists. Right? I don't consider myself a theorist, but I'm saying just for the title alone, just to understand where I'm coming from. We were known for that. You know, don't get us together talking, because that's exactly what happened. But it's funny, the same people I used to sit down with and we used to be, yo, facts on what we're talking about. And we know it. We even bought the proof. You're like, yo, let's look this up. I remember when the phones came out, you could bring that shit up. And the things that we said, fast forward, were true. When things were declassified, we used to be like, hey, I remember back when we used to talk about this and the other, and it will come true. So what? That's the mind control part. Because why now are we wrong? Why now are we crazy? Why now are we coons? Why now are we far right? Why now? It's already established the mind control part plenty of videos ago, and plenty of videos. But now it's just shame. Just straight up. So yeah, I'll end it there. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to make more. I have a few coming out. It's just going to be clips and you call it compilations and stuff like that with different proofs. If you want, you could go to my Facebook channel. I'm gonna have to update that though. So on the YouTube, I will update the link to my Facebook business channel. But yeah, you're ready. But on my about page, you can get my Instagram and things of that nature. My Twitter should be there as well. And yeah, don't forget to donate if you can or you want. But yeah. Shame.